It is one of the normal human conditions to just be confused, to not really know what life is about, what things are about. And to solve that, we often look to books. We start to think, well, the answer ought to be here. Smart people do this. And we start reading, and for whatever reason, what we read doesn't sink in. It doesn't get below the surface, and we're still in a state of confusion, and we don't really know what to do next. Read a little bit more.
Hey, Mike, please. Make room. Sometimes the confusion is just about what is it we actually want to learn. In reading, we are looking for a solution to a specific problem, getting skills, knowledge, understanding about what we need to do in this world.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Sanctus Forum. I am Michael Stewart Robb, better known as Mike. That's Ville Kavilo, better known as Ville Kavilo. He and I have just gotten back from Assisi, Italy, where we did the Sanctus Gathering, which is a retreat. We invite people from Europe who are helping others, ministers, and it was a really good week. I thought we should do a video on immersive reading deeply, because that is what I needed to do in order to perform my roles at this retreat. I kind of was in charge of the messages, the teaching for it. Maybe those will be available at some point. I kind of messed up one of the videos, so we'll see if that ever happens. But I immersed myself into the life and ministry of Paul, which was the theme, or at least one of the themes of our time there. Now, to do this, there were certain practices that I took on, and I will admit that this kind of reading is a more advanced way. As Paul says, I'll show you a higher way. Well, that was about love. This is about reading. And if you aren't ready for that kind of thing, we have other videos on reading on this channel, and that might be better for you. But this kind of immersive reading, I'm kind of expecting that you already got an introduction to the topic, just like I already knew a bit about Paul. So when I started to do my deep dive into it, I was ready for that. Now, the other little caveat is you do not need to read deep in order to read. Please just keep reading no matter what your stage of life is, whether you need it or not. Just keep going. Why did I say whether you need it or not? Just reading. It's good for you. Keep going. I've got 7 tips for reading deeply. And the first one is have a theme. Have some kind of topic, thing that you are confused about, some sort of problem that you want to solve, but name that theme, and around that theme you are going to be collecting books and articles. Now, I know that that's kind of an obvious one, but you do need to define it a little bit. And when you collect these books and articles, you do not need to buy them all right away. One good way to look for new ones is to look for a bibliography on the topic. And
I wonder if there would be some suitable bibliography, for instance, on the works of Dallas Willard, if I wanted to know more of that.
Yes, there is something to say. Comprehensive bibliography on Dallas Willard. Thank you, Ville Kavilo, which Ville's wife did the cover for. So if you think that's cool, then thank her. Just Wikipedia bibliographies on stuff, that works too. The second tip is to reread things. Now, I'm assuming that you have some familiarity with the topic, or that there's something, some core text, something that you need to, that are more central. Don't think, I read it, I got it, I'm moving on to the other stuff. No, you want to kind of read it and reread it and reread it. There are books that are really worthy of that. Now, Paul's letters are for the study of Paul, one of those things. The third tip that I have, what I have, three fingers, is that in order to go deep, sometimes we need to go broad. And this is what I have in mind. I think sometimes we get lost in the details. We can't see the forest for the trees. And sometimes we need to change strategies and read faster. In general, I think people read too fast and they need to read more slowly, and therefore writing and highlighting and taking notes and all that is an important way to do it. But sometimes we need to just blitz through things and get a bigger vision of what this is about. And this is just another way to deal with the subject matter and to try to see, well, what does this forest look like? You're going to miss things and skip them, but what you really want to get is a shape of the whole.
So what you're basically doing is you're kind of a cartographer, right?
Yeah.
Creating a map and then figuring out, that's the part I'm going to focus on.
And then you can start to drill in. Exactly. Thank you, Ville. It's good that you're here. You should be here all the time. Fourthly, save books on other topics for another time. You kind of want to clear your want to read shelf and just say, hey, this is my topic for right now. It's a principle of exclusion and just focus on that one thing. So just say, hey, those are good books. I will read them another time. One thing that you will need to do, and this is the fifth tip, is have some longer reading times. Now, it's great to have a daily reading schedule. It's great that you do, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even an hour. But you're going to need some longer reading times. I'm thinking 2 hours, 3 hours. This is going to have to be when you are the most awake, and you know when that is. For me, that starts at about 8:30 in the morning, but find that for you. And that is when you're going to want to do these longer reading times, especially for if there's like a harder book text that you need to read. That's when you're going to want to try to break into those things.
So that's like the discipline of study, right? You could do a day's study retreat on your topic.
There you go. Sixthly, take notes. You're going to be reading a lot, and you are going to forget it. So you're going to have some kind of thing, some kind of notebook, digital could work too, in which you are consolidating these ideas that you're getting. And that's going to be the kind of basis from which you will start to pull together larger themes. But your mind, your brain is not very big. And you are going to have these auxiliary things that are going to help you pull all of that together. Were your legs crossed that way before?
Yeah.
You don't know?
Like this.
They were like that. Okay.
We're like this.
In position?
I just hope I didn't cross my legs the wrong way.
Seventh, have some kind of end goal. Think of a project. Obviously, for me, with the retreat, it was helpful that I was actually going to be teaching on this topic. Maybe I'll write a book on it. I don't know. But maybe you will be writing, doing some blogging. Maybe you would have some creative project, like some art, an album, songs you're writing. I don't know. But, okay.
The reason why we're doing this is you're looking to solve worthy problems in your life and in the life of the people around you. So cultivate a habit of deep reading on the problems that you want to solve. When you're solving those problems, that is an act of love because you're bringing about the good that you need in your life and in the life of the people around you.
Actually, that is quite a good point, because I was trying to figure out how to work in this continent, and I kind of turned to Paul as a person who might actually help me solve my problems. And even if I wasn't going to do the teaching, I think I still would have immersed myself in this guy's writing.
So, and if you want to be a part of a setting where these kind of problems are being solved together, then please do send us an email. If you're a minister in Europe...
info@sanctus.institute.
That's the one. And tell us about yourself and the kind of issues that you're working with and the type of things you want to work out. And hopefully we could meet at our next Sanctus Gathering. Right.
How close can we get? Bye. And there's a newsletter, Sanctus.Institute. You can sign up for that.
It's a good newsletter. Food pics are nice.
I've dropped the food pictures.
What?
Yeah.
That's why they haven't been coming around.
Yeah. Sorry.
More food.